So one of my most memorable experiences playing video games was during the PlayStation 2 era when I first got a game that had voice acting. And from that moment, video games became not just a deep story, the ones I played, but they became even more immersive. There was an extra level of storytelling in that. What's funny though is until today, there are still games where although voice acting is used throughout the game, the main character is a silent protagonist. Not saying that the character hasn't got any dialogue, but no actual voice acting to the character. How's it going, everyone? Teysind here, and today I wanted to talk about what my thoughts are and what your thoughts may be on video games with silent protagonists. Do you feel that they may enhance the story or a certain aspect of gameplay, or they may detract or take away from the story? So for me, it is an interesting thing because I am very much drawn to voice acting, especially in the main protagonist. You're learning about a character and with things that, even when it comes to the character's thoughts, it's always great to hear them just voice act their own thoughts, as opposed to having scenes where, it takes you into an in-game scenes where there's essentially, dialogue and stuff. And for me, I prefer reading as little as possible. I would rather the reading be of things, when it comes to side questing and items and things like that. But when it comes to the actual storytelling, I feel like voice acting is what enhances it for me. So with that in mind, I feel like silent protagonists detract from storytelling for me. But in saying that, it doesn't mean that the story has been told less well. It's just I'm less drawn to it. Great examples of games where there are silent protagonists include Xenoblade Chronicles X, as opposed to the original Xenoblade Chronicles, which had voice acting for the main character. I know the Persona series. I know Persona 5 isn't completely, but Persona 3 and 4, and I'm assuming all the others before, they had silent protagonists. Well, the others before, I don't know if they have voice acting. Maybe the PSP remasters did, but I know Persona 3 and 4 had silent protagonists. And although, there was written dialogue, of their conversations, that's interesting to consider, sort of how the story is told through a silent protagonist. Because for me, I've watched part of the Persona 4 anime. I haven't played the game, so I can't say this specifically, but the main character is voiced in the anime. So if I were to play the actual game, Persona 4 Golden, I'm not sure how I would receive that difference. But let me know your thoughts below. What do you think about silent protagonists? For me, I have limited experiences in games with silent protagonists, but in saying that, the games I have played with silent protagonists, it's sort of something that grinds at me, partly because I just want to hear them talk. I want to understand their expressions, and because you're not just conveying information through saying words, it's how you say the words and everything. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and until next video, stay spot on.